Secretary Yellen, how does the American Rescue Plan help women and people of color and the workers who've so often been left behind in our economy?
Well, the rescue plan is very much focused on getting aid in a whole variety of ways to those groups, starting with unemployment insurance, rental assistance for people who are in danger of losing their homes, food assistance, assistance to small businesses, especially in low-income minority communities, just aid to state and local governments, much of which can be directed toward those groups that have been most adversely affected by the pandemic. So there's also child support, an increase in the child tax credit to help families with burdens, household burdens. There's an expansion of the child and dependent care credit that will help women who are at home, have it with family responsibilities, get back to work. So a broad range of features that are directed at those groups.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. And I noticed one of the first things you mentioned is particularly of interest in this committee, and that is the work that a number of my colleagues did to help renters pay their bills and keep roofs over their heads and a roof over their head. I hope you'll continue to work with state, local, and tribal grantees to help this out, to get this help out to renters quickly. Secretary Yellen, do you think people are getting, thank you, do you think getting people vaccinated as fast as possible, as the Biden administration, as the American Rescue Plan are doing, does getting people vaccinated as fast as possible, does that help the economic recovery?
Oh, yes, absolutely. As Chair Powell indicated in his own remarks, ultimately the economic recovery depends on success in getting the pandemic under control, and vaccinations are critical to our ability to accomplish that.
And Chair Powell, as you had said earlier, you obviously agree with Secretary Yellen on that from what you'd said earlier. Do you think, Chair Powell, do you think direct payments to families help the economic recovery?
Again, I'm reluctant to, these matters are for Congress, not for elected representatives, not for us. Nobody has elected us to make those decisions. I would just rather say at a high level, I think fiscal policy has provided a lot of support, and that's been appropriate.
Secretary Yellen, do you want to expand on that same question briefly, direct payments helping the economic recovery?
Well, I think the direct payments are providing support to families for a wide range of burdens that many have suffered over the last years. There's other support that's clearly targeted, but I think this is helpful, in the spending that it will produce will speed the recovery.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.